Hello, today I have a first impression video on this look. Most of it is first impression. I know in pretty much all my first impressions I don't have every single product, but that's just because I can't get everything all at once, you know? Like, I only like using one mascara at a time, if you get what I mean. But most of this is a first impressions. If not, it's my second impressions. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Keep on watching if you want to see how I created this look. Okay, so we have an interesting one today. If you can hear the road, it's because it's like literally over there. I'm still at my mum's and this is the best room to film in, so just ignore the road. Today we have a first impressions video. Again, not all of it is first impressions, but most of it is. I believe if they're not first impressions, they're second impressions, so I've only used them once or twice. We'll just get straight into it. I'm going to start off with my base. It's really dry recently, I don't know why. It might be the products I'm using for my skincare, it's drying my skin out, or it might be the weather. It has been really warm here in the UK and now it's just suddenly gotten colder and rainy, so probably the temperature maybe. Anyway, so first I'm going to prime my skin using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 8-Hour Wear Makeup Primer. This is the red version. I've tried the blue one that they have, which I used for prom years ago. It says day proof, pore minimizing, even skin tone, skin perfecting. So it's got a big claim. It's got a weird texture to it. It's kind of like a moisturizer, but it looks a little bit grey, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's very thick. Definitely has the Rimmel scent to it. Okay, this is gonna hydrate my skin really nicely because it's so thick. I hate having makeup or anything on my hands. Okay, so that was really nice, really moisturised my skin as well as primed my skin. It hasn't dried down yet, but we'll see what it's like with foundation. Okay, so then for foundation today, this has been highly noticed in the beauty community for the shade range. I got this when it was all kicking off, when it just launched, but I thought I'd buy it anyway, but I've only now gotten to try it. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. So yeah, there was a lot of controversy about this foundation because it only came out with only a few shades and a few dark shades, which I do think they need to change their shade range. They might be working on it now, and I don't know if they've brought out any more as of present day, but I'm not sure, but I will link it down below. So I got the shade Fair Light Neutral because I feel like my skin is more on the neutral side, but then pushing towards warm. So you open it up and you get, like the Shape Tape concealer, you get the big applicator, like so, which I quite like. So anyway, some people were saying that they don't like the applicator because it's going straight from the bottle onto your face, but I quite like it. I feel like it's easy. I hate getting makeup all over my hands, so it's easy to apply and not get messy. Not much product comes out on the doe foot for some reason. Okay, so I don't know how much to apply. I'm just going for what I would normally do with the foundation. Okay, so to blend that out, I'm going to use the typical sponge. I would use a brush, but I just prefer a sponge. Apparently this is supposed to be really full coverage. I wish I'd bought the hydrating one too, so I could compare them. So it's blended out really nicely so far. It doesn't look cakey whatsoever. Normally foundation goes cakey around my nose area and in between my eyebrows on my forehead, but it's looking quite decent at the moment. At first when I was blending this out, I noticed that it wasn't matte, It wasn't particularly matte, but now it's drying down. I believe it's going quite matte. But as you can see by here, it's still quite illuminated. Okay, so it has dried down matte, but it's not like extreme matte. I'm loving this. I think this is going to be one of my favourite foundations. So of course I'm going to pair that with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. Obviously this is no first impression because I've used this many times. But we'll see if this foundation and concealer goes together, obviously because they are a pair. I'm definitely running out of this. I've been on my own now with my mum's dog and cat in her house for a couple of days now, and I can't wait for my boyfriend Connor to come back. I'm so lonely, so bored. At least I have my videos to keep me occupied and busy. I have got a few bits to do for uni, but oh well, I got plenty of time to do that. Okay, so that concealer blended out really nicely. I thought it was going to be a little bit hard to blend out because the matte foundation is quite matte and it dries down quite quick, but it seems to be okay. Concealer's very matte as well. Love them two together. My skin looks flawless. Okay, so for powder I have a loose powder. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. It looks like this. This is a first impressions. I've seen this in Superdrug loads of times for like years and I've just never picked it up because I was never into loose powder as I am now. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid back on and shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. It does come with a puff thing, but I'm not going to be using that. Wow, a lot of powder. This reminds me of the Laura Mercier, like the colour of it and like how finely milled it is. Okay, so I'm just going to get that on the sponge and place that under my eyes. And I'm also going to place it all over my face. Ooh, this actually smells quite nice. I'm going to try and avoid the lid space because I love just applying eyeshadows without setting my base lately. I kind of wish I tested that foundation out with a brush as well because maybe it might have did a bit more coverage, and this is already a lot of coverage. I'm going to use a big powder brush to press that into the skin. Press that powder into the skin. Okay, so next I'm going to apply this e.l.f. exfoliating lip stuff in the brown sugar. My lips definitely need this. This isn't a first impression, I've used this for ages and I definitely recommend it. I gotta say I am loving my base at the moment. Okay, so next I'm going to take the Colourpop base products. So I have a bronzer, blush and 2 highlights. Weirdly enough, this palette I thought would fit like 2 highlights, 2 blush, 2 bronzers, but it doesn't fit it properly, which is so annoying because I wanted to get like 2 of each. Obviously I got 2 highlights here. I was going to use this as a first impression, but I think I've used it. I don't think I've used it, I think I've swatched it. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use these 2 because I've only used them once, I believe. I'm going to take the Morphe M530 brush and I'm going to take this Colourpop bronzer in the shade In It to Win It. It is quite dark and it has like shimmer in there, so I'm only going to take a little bit at a time because if you know me, I like to build my bronzer up. And yeah, see, it's quite pigmented. Okay, so then next I'm going to take the blush shade, which is To the 10. Love that. Definitely the shade of blush I enjoy. Okay, so then next I'm going to take a fan brush and I'm going to take this shade here. I don't know if it's going to be too dark for my skin tone, but if it is too dark then I use this shade. This is Here Kitty Kitty. Hey kitty kitty kitty. Oh, I forgot to set my face. Oh well, I'll do it after. I actually love that. It's actually not too dark for my skin tone, which is great. Tip of my nose, cute as girl. Okay, so love these products. They blend up really nicely and the colour payoff is really nice for what they are, and they're really inexpensive too. So I will list them down below as per usual, like everything else. Next, this is not a first impression at all. This is the Collection Primed and Ready Makeup Fixing Spray. So I'm just going to spritz this on my face. Okay, so next I'm going to go off camera and do my eyebrows, and I will be back with my eyes. Okay, so eyebrows are done. They're not the best. Look at this. I need to pluck all this. I used the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper thingy that I used in my last first impressions, but it was like going everywhere and stuff and blah blah blah. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette that we are going to be using today is this Revolution Reloaded Iconic Fever palette. It is beautiful. Got tons of warm shades in there and lots of shimmery shades as well. I think I've only swatched one shade in this. Okay, so I haven't set my eyelids and that Tarte Shape Tape did quite well with not creasing. Okay, so first shade I'm going to go in with is this transition shade right here. It's not going to do much, but I like to add a transition shade. For that shade, a light shade that is actually quite pigmented. I have no idea what I'm going to be creating today, but we'll just go along with it. Okay, so that was really easy to blend. Now I'm going to take this orange shade by here on the same brush. By the way, I'm using the Morphe M441 brush. It gives a lot of kickback on the palette. Putting this further down in my crease. As you can see, I hope there is some kickback on the palette, but the shade is quite nice. Okay, so them shades blended out really nicely. So to deepen the outer corner slightly, I'm going to use this reddish shade by here because I think I'm going to go in with like maybe these red tone shimmers. So I'm going to go in with this shade on a Morphe M502 brush, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner and then bring it into the crease a tiny bit. Every time I film, I feel like I have this like croakiness in my voice, which I don't have when I speak normally. I don't think, I hope, because it gets quite annoying. Maybe I need to cough a little bit more. I think it's because I'm not speaking loud like I do. So I just swatched them. I think I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is like a ready rose gold kind of shade. And first I'm going to take it with a brush, a dry brush. Then I probably will go in with a setting spray just to intensify the colour. Okay, yeah, no. I'm going straight in with the setting spray. Shade is really pretty. I'm going to try it on my finger just to see what it's like. So it does give a little bit of fallout and it is best on the finger. I have some fallout but nothing to worry about. Just wipe that off. Okay, so that is the eyes. Now I'm going to do the lower lash lines. So I'm going to take the orange shade here with the Morphe M507 brush. I'm going to place that under my eyes. I did want to add the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crayon in Pink of Me, which is like a pale pink. Do I? Yeah, I think I'm going to. Why not? It doesn't even even look like a pink shade, it just looks like a white. Okay, so love them, and it's brightened my eyes up a little bit. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of a black line on my lash line. I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Precise liquid liner. Now I'm going to apply highlight, so I'm going to use the brightest shade in the palette with the E36 by Morphe. I think I'm going to spray this as well. So this is going on the brow bone. And also in the inner corner, of course. Okay, so the lashes I'm going to go in with are the new First Impressions. These are the Doll Lash in the style Chloe Elizabeth. Look like this. I have trimmed them down a little bit because my eyes are quite small, petite. They're dramatic. So I'm going to add some eyelash glue, and then I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara. The mascara I'm using is the Benefit Roller Lash. Just looks like this. I've used this before, but again I haven't used it that much. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've applied the lashes. To me they look completely different. I don't know if I've applied them differently, but they're stunning anyway, so this is what they look like. So next I'm going to zoom out and we'll do lips. Okay, so for lips today I have 3 products. I have a lip liner, liquid lipstick, and like a lip gloss. So the first one is the lip liner. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses lip liner in 050 Tiramisu. Looks like this. It's a nice nude shade, so let's try this out. Ooh, it's very creamy. That was really easy and nice to use, and as you can see it's a really nice shade. Okay, so next I have the Revolution Pro liquid lipstick. Looks like this. I am not sure at all what this shade is. I will find out and I will link it down below, so look in the description box. This is the Pro Extreme Matte Lip Pigment Veil. I don't know if Veil is with it or it's the shade, I'm not sure. But I'm going to apply this. It's just got a little tiny doe applicator. Okay, this matches the lip liner perfectly. Okay, so that is the shade there. I think it ties really nicely with this eye look. Thank God. I got a feeling the postman's here. Great. Okay, so next I'm going to take the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Champagne Glam. Just looks like, so this is what it looks like. It's just a really nice glittery champagne gloss, and apparently it's plumping. Oh, it smells nice. It will plump your lips and tingle your lips. Okay, so I really like that. The annoying thing is that you get the lipstick on the doe foot applicator, which is so annoying. Okay, so I believe that is it. Done. This is the final look. Really simple from what I've been doing recently on my channel. Again, everything will be listed down below. Okay, it's starting to tingle. Everything will be listed down below, and if you are new, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you did enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this kind of first impression. I live it to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.